Hey you all, welcome in, welcome in. It is Victoria. I am here to teach y'all something new today. I'm gonna update my goal. For some reason it, I guess, went back to the other one, although I changed it. Thankfully we're under the learn category today because I, for some reason, was under cooking yesterday and that's not it. So, hey, welcome in, Shantae. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, Boss Lady She, Fit Mike, Michael B. Hey, everybody, welcome in. I'm gonna share this out. Oh, I forgot to put my other earring on. If y'all wouldn't mind help me share out, that would be great. Help me tap it up, all the things. We're gonna get all of our people up in here. Let me see, there's a couple of people that like to be on, so I'm gonna invite them in. Y'all feel free to do the same. I'm gonna get my music started here in a second. And we are going to be on it. Hey, Tony, welcome in. And then let me see, one more person. And then I'm gonna get my earring in. Thank y'all for tapping it up for me on the screen. Of course, I forgot my lip gloss, but I have my notes. I'm prepared. So we're on part 2 of gut health. I'm starting to do a series because I know gut health is very important. A lot of people have a lot of questions about gut health. Y'all feel free to check out my account. If you're not already connected with me, feel free to connect with me by tapping my photo and we can link up there. Feel free to join the Healthy Fam. Get your daily heart me. Thank you so much for the hat. Appreciate you. Oh my gosh, y'all coming in with the hats. Let me turn up my volume so I can hear the claps. You know, that really helps support me as a live creator. And, you know, if you are a live creator, I've been trying to share the news. Make sure you are working on getting that gift gallery filled up because it really does matter. It really does support you. Thank you, Tony, for getting your daily. It supports. Oh, and congrats on reaching level 4. Okay, it's awesome. They are part of my TikTok family on here. And oh, thank you so much for the cake. You know, it matters because it helps push you out. It helps get your content out. If you're teaching, if you're sharing some good information, good news, thank you for those populars. It matters. So, and you want to be supported in return, you know? So know that I appreciate all the support. Hey, Karen, welcome in. Thank y'all for joining in. Feel free to tap it up. Feel free to share it out. I have a good message that I want to share with people. So yesterday we talked about the foundation of gut health. Thank you so much, Shantae, for the populars. We talked about what is gut health. We talked about inflammation. We talked about the link between the two because a lot of people that are inflamed might have some gut health concerns and vice versa. And again, before I get into the nitty gritty of the information, I just want to remind y'all that what I'm sharing is just for educational purposes. I'm not diagnosing anybody. I'm not telling you what you need to do. I am just, I'm just sharing. I'm just sharing good information that I have learned from school, from my own personal experience. And I hope that it blesses you. I hope that it empowers you. I hope that it enlightens you. I hope that you will take some of the information that I'm sharing and talk to your doctor about it and see if you can start implementing some of these things because I believe that we have a lot more power in our health than we even give ourselves credit for, you know, and we also have to learn to take our health in our own hands and not necessarily just take what we're told and go for that, right? So it's funny, I was at a workout class. I went to 2 classes this morning. Actually, I got up early and did my Peloton, so I'm proud of myself. That was one of my goals, to get back on my bike because it's good cross training for me getting back into running here soon. I'm trying to find some good music because I think this playlist has some craziness on it. So I did my Peloton. I went to the gym. I did lifting. I did full body. And then I did more. And then I sat in the sauna. So but in my class, one of the ladies was talking about how people just take information. Thank you for the taps, y'all. And they just run with it. They don't do any research. They don't do any further reading. They don't do any further digging. And that's not the way that it should be. We have to take our health in our own hands by doing the proper due diligence, which means you're doing research. You're looking things up. You're getting multiple sources, multiple credible sources. And you're taking all of that into account. So it's important to do that because you can't just take what people are saying, you know? So thank y'all for tapping it up. I'm about to get started. So yesterday, like I said, we talked about gut health in general. Then we talked about, feel free to share out as well if you like. We talked about gut health in general. We talked about inflammation in general. We talked about the connection. We talked about the brain-gut connection and how inflammation can play a part on both, not only your gut, but also your brain. Thank you so much for inviting people. Thrive Like a Mom. I see that. I appreciate you so much. And my subscribers, I have new stickers and I would love to see them on the screen. So feel free to share those new stickers. I kind of like try to brand them. So I have like a little, I have a lot of the healthy fam. I have sharing is caring. I have when you know better, you do better. Some of the phrases that I say all the time. Thank you so much for the shares. Thrive Like a Mom. I appreciate it. For the taps, I see them coming through. So yes, I said that because I talked about all of that yesterday. Yeah, because I talked about that yesterday. I wanted to kind of expound upon it more. Thank you so much for sharing those. I see they're kind of small, but it's okay. I tried so hard to make the font big. Maybe I need to swap them out, make the font bigger and the little graphics smaller, but they're cute regardless. Hey, everybody. Hey, Heather, welcome in. I see you changed your profile name. So what I said I wanted to do today is talk about gut health and talk about herbs that help with gut health. And before I do, Thrive Like a Mom, congrats on reaching level 5 in the healthy. So we're going to talk about that. These herbs help support gut health. Of course, nothing is guaranteed, but I'm going to tell you a little bit. Thank y'all for getting your dailies. And these are the people y'all want to connect with. These people that are popping in. Thrive Like a Mom, Shantae, Tony. Check out my gift gallery if you like, and you can see all the people that have been contributing to that have been gifting me. Those are people that you want to connect with for sure. My top 2 in the room, Tony and Shantae, you want to connect with those. Thank you for the populars. These are people that are going to support you. Obviously, as you can see, they're supporting me. We have to engage with one another. We have to support one another. Okay. So I digress again, but we're going to talk about the primary actions of these herbs. We're going to talk about benefits, typical uses. And these are herbs that support digestion, that help reduce inflammation, that aid in microbial balance, that soothe the gut lining, that promote overall gastrointestinal wellness. And of course, like I always say, nothing's guaranteed. Talk to your doctor before implementing any of these herbs. All right. So first, let's talk about digestive bitters. Welcome in, Mommy. I'm Mommy. That's a new friend of mine. These help stimulate digestion. So bitters, you can tell them the name. They are bitter tasting herbs. Potentially, that's one word I'm not allowed to say on here. Loss. I'm not allowed to say that. So potentially there could be some help with that. Anytime, hey, thank you for getting your daily. Welcome to the Healthy Fam. Anytime something aids in digestion, it could potentially aid in overall cleansing of the elimination organs and helping you just digest the food better and process it better so that you can then pull the nutrients from the food, right? Which is ultimately going to aid in many things, right? Welcome in, Coach Evie. So these digestive bitters, as I was saying, bitter herbs have a bitter taste. Thank you for the hat. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't even see what you said. Unless that... no, I didn't see what you said, Heather. It did filter you. We have to be careful about the things that we say on here, so I try to reword things. So these digestive bitters, they stimulate digestion, right? One of them is gentian root, and I don't know if some of these, y'all, I might mispronounce. I have my notes. I'm very familiar with these herbs, but I might not say them right, okay? So just give me a little grace. Gentian root is a very strong bitter. The more bitter they are, most likely the more bitter they are going to be, with the better. Oh gosh, I didn't mean to pin that. I meant to. Oh, thank you so much, Evie. The more they are going to help in aiding your digestion. Thank you. It's going to increase your saliva, your bile, which is in your liver, and that's what also aids with, cleansing. Cleansing the organs, and stomach acid. A lot of times people that have digestive issues, they don't actually produce enough stomach acid. So something that you could consider is potentially using a digestive bitter to aid in the production of more stomach acid so that you can break down your food properly. You know, a lot of people talk about food combining, right? Thank you for the populars. Food combining, I think, is, I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily believe in it. I think with some things, like I have actually a video that's kind of going viral right now. Thank you for those populars. That's all about not combining blueberries and bananas because of the enzymes that are in bananas and the antioxidants that are in the blueberries. They cancel each other out. So that's something that I learned. I was like, why not share this? So just to remind y'all, post the content. Post the content. My coach that's in the room, she always talks about, don't worry about the numbers. Absolutely. That is something that I have been preaching. Do not worry about the numbers. I tell my friends, actually, that are content creators, that are small content creators, post the content. Don't worry if you get 2 views or you get 2,000 views, right? Yes, I follow Yaki Awaken. He is awesome. I love him. He is amazing. And post the content, because what's going to happen is if you are consistent, one day some of that content is just going to pop off, right? And then you have a full portfolio, a whole Rolodex of content for people to then go to your profile and consume. God, let me, okay. So let me see. Somebody else asked me a question about K2. Yes, I love Yaki Awaken. He's awesome. Yes, dandelion leaf. I wonder if that's probably not, that may not be mentioned on here because that's a very, very cleansing herb. I love dandelion leaves. I actually sometimes even juice with them because dandelion is so good in supporting liver functions. Yes, that production of bile, your digestion. It has some cleansing effects. It's absolutely amazing. I love dandelion. And if you live in Louisville, you live in the Kentucky area, there's some local grocery stores, Whole Foods, that has dandelion leaf that you can buy that's organic. And you can, you know, consume it in your salads. You can juice it. It has many, many functions. Just like Thrive Like a Mom, you can just eat it straight. But of course, clean it. But you can eat it straight. K2, good. K2 typically you see with vitamin D3. But I don't know about the combination with glucosamine personally, so I can't really speak to that, but I know that it's good with vitamin D3. Oh my gosh, right? You know, oh my gosh. But it doesn't matter. They still come. Welcome. Thank you so much for connecting with me, Don. So dandelion root, actually, so we were talking about dandelion leaf. Dandelion root, as I said, helps with liver, gallbladder supports, promotes bile flow, which is something that you want if you are having trouble. I know that's what my sister always says, that it doesn't matter. The people don't care if you have a ring on. Artichoke leaf, another one that supports bile production and reduces bloating. We talked about that yesterday. Some of the characteristics of someone that is dealing with gut health concerns is they're dealing with a lot of bloating. They're dealing with a lot of gas. They might even have nausea. Thank you so much, Heather. Fun fact. Oh, look how cute that is. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Coach. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. If only, well, I have too much melanin for you to see me blush. I'm blushing now. 14. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Heather. Like I do, they love. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm about to tell my friend has turtles. Look at this. Evie. Oh my gosh. It's a good thing I have notes. You know, Coach always says to have notes because if I didn't have notes, I wouldn't even know what I was saying right now. Oh, thank you. Talk about spoiling me. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Heather. Those are so cute. Thank you all. Okay. I need to get back on topic because I'm tripping a little bit. Okay. So we mentioned artichoke leaf, yellow dock, one of my favorite herbs. It is amazing. You do want to go viral. Well, that means you need to post content, and you need to connect with our number one in the room, Coach Evie, because she will help you get to where you want to be. The real stuff. for real, okay? Connect with our top 2 in the room. Congrats, Evie, on reaching level 18. Congrats, Heather, on reaching level 14 in healthy. I see the taps coming through. If y'all don't mind to continue tapping it up, help me share this out to your friends so they can get this good information. And feel free to check out my gift gallery as well, because I have some awesome supportive people that I call my TikTok family that have supported me and helped fill up that gallery. Okay, Yellow Dock, it is a mild laxative. It helps support liver detox or liver cleansing. It can potentially help that, and digestion. Yellow Dock also is really good for people that are anemic or have low iron. It's the heme iron. So you have like your heme from hemoglobin, and you have your non-heme irons, right? So like your non-heme irons, you're going to get from your beef, from your ground beef, from red meat typically. But your non-heme iron comes from other sources, and I know that Yellow Dock is considered a non-heme iron. It's highly absorbable, highly bioavailable, which means your body can use it, which is the difference a lot of times between taking iron capsules. So ask your doctor about it. It's also considered to be safe for pregnant women, and as you see, it helps. It has a mild laxative effect. So if you're dealing with not being able to go to the bathroom, it can help you with that as well, and it's not going to upset your stomach. So I know for me personally, when I get back into my long distance running, I tend to have runner's anemia. Welcome in. And that Yellow Dock syrup that I have helps me. It pulls me right through and helps all of my levels, and I don't feel lethargic. I don't feel extremely cold, all of that. Yeah, and see, yeah, absolutely. Consuming the right foods, getting more nutrients from your foods, more nutrient-rich foods is what's beneficial. Yes, thank y'all for tapping it up. Feel free to share out as well. Even if, you share, if they don't even come, that's okay, because it just helps get more people into the room. Angelica root is considered a carminative, and it also improves appetite and helps, if you are having a lot of gas. Congrats on reaching level 13, Shorty. Thank you for the popular. Wormwood is also an herb that helps with parasites. So I know that's like a big thing. I have people that ask me all the time about that. But it's also a strong bitter. It's antimicrobial, so that's why for those microbes, it helps to expel those. And again, used for parasites. Golden seal, it is actually an endangered herb. Oh, thank you so much. It's an endangered herb, and it is antimicrobial and bitter. So when you get golden seal, you actually you need to be careful where you buy it from, because some people are harvesting it in kind of sketchy ways. And there are companies like Seed Savers International, which is a nonprofit organization that help you source your herbs from the right places. People that are cultivating their herbs in the right places. Oh, did you? Yes, Angelica root is actually really, really good intra-birth. Yeah, it helps with the birthing process. That's very cool. Very cool that you actually use it. I love that. I love that. See, my experience was totally different. It was in the hospital setting. If I have another child, I don't know. I'm not convinced. I kind of want to go the total opposite. Maybe even like home birth. Yeah. But that is really cool. So I'm like, Mom, so you know. Barberry, it contains berberine, which was very popular here on TikTok for many uses. It's been said to help with blood. I'll stop it. With insulin resistance. Of course, consult with your doctor. But some doctors actually are recommending berberine in replace or as an alternative to pharmaceuticals. So, ask your doctor. May not hurt. But it has many uses, right? And some herbs can contain that ingredient, which is like it's an extract from the barberry, right? So yeah, helps support microbial balance and bioflow as well. Then you got your Oregon grape leaf, similar to golden seal. It's actually a good replacement for golden seal. That's something that I learned last semester in one of my courses, because Oregon grape root is more abundant, and it's easier to harvest, and it's just more abundant. You're going to be able to get it for a better price. It's not endangered. It hasn't been over harvested like golden seal has been in the past, and you're going to get some of those same benefits, again supporting your liver and digestion. And then bitter melon, which is a pretty popular one, typically found in the Caribbean. It helps with gut motility, and it has also been said to help with blood sugar regulation. But bitter melon actually has lots of uses. I've never actually tried it. I do have access to it, but those are some of your digestive bitters that are going to help support your gut health journey. Now we can get into the second category, which are called carminatives. These herbs help typically with relieving gas, bloating, and cramping, okay? So if that tends to be some of the things that you're dealing with, maybe consider, thank you so much, Shorty. Consider this as well. Consider these herbs. Fennel you can buy typically at your, yes, bitter melon, we just talked about that. That is great for, it's a digestive bitter. Fennel, you can buy that. You can juice fennel. You can lightly saute it and you can eat it. You can put it in your salads. You can put it in your smoothies. People do that. So many different things with fennel. It helps to relieve gas, bloating, and colic. It's considered an antispasmodic, which means anti-spasms, right? So it's going to help to reduce those spasms. Yes, these herbs also could be beneficial for the time of the month, ladies. Peppermint. It's said to help smooth irritable bowel syndrome. It's also antispasmodic, and it's also cooling. So that is a great herb. Where can you get peppermint? Or you talking about fennel? Or you talking about bitter melon? Bitter melon, feel free to send me a message. I have some contacts in the Caribbean, actually where I get my sea moss from. So I'm happy to help you get your hands on that as well. Ginger, we know ginger. I love ginger. Not everybody does. It is spicy, but it is an anti-inflammatory. It's also an antispasmodic. We know it, of course, for pregnant women. People, they talk about it all the time. Yeah, bitter melon. Yeah, feel free to message me. I'll put up this little thing where you can send me a message and I can help you get that, okay? Ginger is, like I said, it enhances motility and also nausea relief. That's what I was getting to. For pregnant women, we always hear about ginger. You hear all the little ginger chews and ginger candies and things that help with that. So ginger has many, many benefits. Also for headaches. Let me see. So the bloating. Yes, absolutely, for bloating, for that. And ginger will help with that. I've used ginger a lot for upset stomach, cramps, headaches. Ginger has many, many uses. A lot of these herbs do. Cardamom. So you think about chai tea. It has cardamom. It has cinnamon. It probably even has anise seed. It has clove a lot of times. A lot of these help with your digestion. And it's funny, in Ayurvedic medicine, Indian medicine, they use a lot of spices. They use a lot of herbs. In African medicine, African holistic practices, they use a lot of spices and so Indian, and then of course another part of, I guess, Asia. In traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, they use a lot of these types of herbs and spices, and they have multiple uses. One of the things with Ayurvedic medicine, and I see the taps have slowed down, so if y'all don't mind to help me tap it up and help me share it out, that would be great. Welcome in, everybody. They use the doshas in Ayurvedic medicine, which talks about your personal body and your personal temperature. So some people are considered warm in their dosha. Some people are considered cool. And based off of that are the foods that you would consume, the drinks that you would consume. And in Chinese medicine, or I'm sorry, in Indian medicine, in Ayurvedic medicine, typically they want you to, when you're eating your food, you have warm drinks because that aids in the digestion process. They would look at it as the cold with the warm food kind of are fighting each other. So that's going to actually go against your digestion. So it's interesting. And I believe they're right about a lot of that stuff. So cardamom, it's warming. Welcome in, Nurse Liv. It's warming. It helps with gas, indigestion. Coriander seed is another one. Thank you for getting your daily. A lot of these things also you'll see in the Caribbean in their foods. They help with the digestion. It has mild carminative and digestive aid as well. Anise seed helps reduce flatulence, support digestion. Cumin is another herb that's very warming. It helps aid in digestion. Thank you so much for the hat. And reduces bloating as well. Chamomile is considered calming and antispasmodic. We talked about that. That means that it's anti-spasms. It's going to reduce the spasms. Thank you for the roses. If you wouldn't mind to do, yes, an anti-inflammatory as well. And it's good for leaky gut. It's considered to be good for leaky gut. Yes, thank y'all so much for all of the taps, the roses, all of that. If you don't mind, right next to it is actually, this costs the same. It's 1 cent. Are the populars. Those help push me out to the FYP. So also, if someone wouldn't mind to help by typing hashtag FYP or engagement into the chat, thank you so much for those populars and for all of it. I appreciate it all. Aww. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's so cool. Where in the islands? Oh, yes. Healthy fam. Thank you all so much. Thank you for these populars. I appreciate it. Because it helps get me out there. It gets this message out there. More people need to know about holistic. Oh, St. Thomas. Oh, wow. Beautiful. My husband's mother's side of the family is actually from Jamaica. So I've taken that on. I kind of consider myself to be an island girl. Kentucky, but I can pass. So I, cook the food. I learn about their herbs. I use them on pretty much a daily basis. And I absolutely love it. That is so cool. That's so cool to have those roots. All right. Cumin aids in digestion, reduces bloating. Chamomile. That's a tea that a lot of people have in their pantry. They have in their cupboard, whatever you call it. They have it on hand. Chamomile is really good for calming you. Oh, thank you so much. You're very, very welcome. It's good for calming you. It is also an antispasmodic. So it's going to help with those spasms. It does. It aids in sleep. It's very relaxing. It's said to be good to also aid with leaky gut. Lemon balm, which I'm actually growing in my garden. I'm super excited about it. Can help relieve indigestion and aid in that. It's also been said to help reduce anxiety as well. Clove is another antimicrobial. I don't know if y'all know about clove, how people will sometimes chew on the clove and it helps with your teeth and your gums. Hey, Miss Parker, welcome in. Helps with your gums. It helps with your dental health. It's also known to help warm the stomach and calm the stomach and aid in relief of flatulence as well. So those are your carminative herbs. Now I need to remind you all to get a sip of your water because we all have to have water breaks. Welcome in, everybody. So take a water break because I need a water break. Thank you. I had to catch that hat real quick. I've been doing so much sweating today. I'm going to have to make sure I stop and take breaks and get my water in and my electrolytes. That's another thing. So I side note. If you do lots of high impact exercise, if you're outside a lot, if you cook your food at home, and that is like 90% of the food that you consume, you may not be getting enough salt. But now I pause and say, if you're dealing with, water retention, higher blood pressure, all of that, of course, everyone should consult with their doctor. But we are deficient in nutrients and in minerals naturally because of our diets, all of that, y'all know. So electrolytes are important. Magnesium, potassium, iodine, all of the trace minerals. Thank you so much for that cap. I appreciate it. We are deficient in those. So it is important, especially if you do sauna. So like I do sauna, I do my bike, I do different things, and I sweat a lot. So I have to replenish that. You're not just losing water, you're losing your minerals as well. You're losing electrolytes. You're losing sodium, potassium, magnesium, and other minerals, as I've mentioned. So consider maybe taking some electrolytes in your water. I dilute mine pretty heavily because it is salty, but I know that that's what my body needs. And I also am a salty sweater. So I need that. So if you aren't a salt person, then there are trace minerals that you can get. And you can just incorporate magnesium, potassium, maybe from coconut water or bananas. Of course, if you eat those, I don't eat bananas, so that could be good for that. And then there's also trace minerals. Welcome in, Tall Dark Man. Welcome in, everybody. So those are very important. I do have some information in my profile for a company that I love, that I use. Thank you for getting your daily. So just wanted to mention that because a lot of people don't get in those extra nutrients. They think that just drinking water is enough. And for some, depending on your diet, it might be. But a lot of people are definitely lacking magnesium, lacking potassium, and they may not be getting enough salt. So those two for sure. But yes, consult with your doctor. Like I said, I have information on a link tree connected to my account here. So if you want more information, you can do that. Oh, well, that's good. See, I don't like bananas, but if I did, then I'll be good. But for me to get it, I get them from my electrolytes, or I drink coconut water. Coconut water is very high in potassium. So it's another way that you can get in that potassium. You know, if you're dealing with muscle cramps, that's a big sign for potassium. It's like muscle cramping. But yeah, that's just a side note. All right, so the next set of herbs are called demulcicants, and they actually help soothe and they protect your gut lining. Oh, okay. So here's another option. Thrive Like a Mom is saying that she she consumes a lot of salt, but she gets her electrolytes from cucumbers and watermelon. So yeah, there's lots of options here. You know, you can get it from natural, from foods, you know, but yeah, you can also supplement if you don't eat certain foods or whatever. So there's always that option. But make sure you're getting some electrolytes that don't have a bunch of additives. So like there's some, what is it? Liquid IV. I don't really like that one because it's very high in sugar. And if it is a sugar-free one, hey, welcome in. It has those fake sugars. And the more we are learning about sucralose, for example, and one of these days I'm going to teach on sugar and all the hidden names of sugar. Hey, Terry, welcome. Thank you for getting your daily. You don't want those because they are actually affecting your gut health. So that actually fits this. Maybe tomorrow I'll talk about that. Sucralose, there are so many studies, you can look them up, that are talking about the impact of something as low as like 10 milligrams. Or it might even be less than that. I might be remembering the number wrong. That are negatively impacting your gut health. And it's making impacts very quick. So if you drink a lot of sugar-free, be careful because it can have negative impacts. So just keep that in mind. But back to this. Demulcicants soothe and protect gut lining. Slippery elm, one of my favorite herbs. Also really good for the throat. Yes, and congrats, Shorty, on reaching level 5 in the Healthy Fan. Slippery elm helps coat the gut lining, and it's been said to help soothe inflammation. Thank you so much for the hand heart. Marshmallow root. It is soothing. It's also considered to be anti-inflammatory. And it's molasses rich, which means, like yesterday I said, those molassinous herbs, it's like they almost thicken and they gel up and they coat. So if you think of like Vaseline, is the only thing I can think of. You think of Vaseline, how it's thick, or tallow as a healthier version. Tallow is thick and it's coating. Hey, Tara, welcome in. That is what these herbs do. They go in and they kind of coagulate. They kind of thicken and they coat the area and they help create a barrier. Thank you for getting your heart meets. Thank you so much for the hat. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for coming in. So that's going to help. It's said to help coat your gut lining, support inflammation, or soothe that inflammation as well. Marshmallow root. That's another one that's really good. Now, these two, they have become pretty popular in the last year, I've noticed, and they're harder to get your hands on. So if you get those herbs, make sure, thank you for the hat, make sure you get multiple because you want to make sure you have enough to last. Oh, congrats, Small Fry, for reaching level 15. Yes. Yeah, she ordered tallow from someone on IG. Yes, and it does. It's so good for dry skin. It's good for sensitive skin. Hey, congrats here on reaching level 11. Come in, everybody. Yeah, tallow, what I really like about tallow is that it has natural omegas that are good for the skin. And I believe, I'll leave it there because I don't want to tell y'all the wrong thing. But I know that it is so good for helping skin barrier, all of that. And it's actually a really good, thank you for getting your daily. It's really good for creating a barrier and for sensitive skin. It has many uses. Thank you for the hat. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Oh my gosh, they coming in. Thank you so much. Here we go again. Here I go. Thank you for the populars there. I appreciate y'all. Licorice root, another one of my favorites. See, my face is getting covered up by the populars. That's when you know you got good people. Licorice root helps protect your gut lining, reduce acid reflux. If you're someone that's dealing with reflux, that's indigestion. So you need to calm your stomach, right? Yes, tallow, that's what I was mentioning. Tallow is so good for sensitive skin. Yeah, she lives in Florida, so it's warmer. So you're also, it's not going to have that negative effect from sweating. Thank you so much for the populars, Tara, helping me get out there. I appreciate it. Plantain leaf. Plantain leaf is another herb that has so many uses for digestion. It has been said to help with anti-inflammation. It's also a demulcicant, so it's coating. It also can help with wound healing. So let me tell y'all about something cool. Thank you, Pink Rebel. Thank you for the populars. Let me tell you something cool. You can create what's called a poultice. So if you did have a wound, you have a cut or something, plantain leaf can help with that. So what you would actually do is you would put the plantain leaf. It'd be cool if you had it in your backyard, you can go pick it. And you can put it on that area, and then you could then soak it, and it's going to help heal that wound. It's really cool. It's going to thicken, have that, that soothing feeling for that spot. It's going to help to heal it. So there's lots of cool herbs that way, but plantain has lots of uses. Linden or Atilia. Thank you so much for the populars. It's also an herb that helps to calm the gut, soothe the mucous membranes as well. Fenugreek. That one, I was going to say right off the bat, is been said to help with insulin resistance as well, blood sugar balancing. There's people that actually chew on fenugreek seeds. What's funny about this, I remember telling somebody about it once before, and they did, and they're like, I feel like I smell like maple syrup. Of like the potential side effects of fenugreek seed is it can make you have like a maple syrup smell. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. Yes, y'all don't forget again to connect with those that are up here. You got your top two. You got Coach Evie. She's awesome. Tara is awesome. They are awesome people that you definitely want to connect with in this community. Part of my TikTok family, of course. If you are new here, I'm Victoria. I feel like I'm like I am your host, Victoria. Thank you for joining my live today. But yes, I'm on here Monday through Friday, Thursdays, Saturday, and Sunday. I do pop-ups. So make sure you hit the notification bell. And actually, TikTok gives you extra engagement points if you do that. So if you tap my face, feel free to connect with me. Feel free to go down the line. Feel free to share. Feel free to, of course, comment. You can hit that notification bell. You can join the Healthy Fam by tapping the orange heart. Stay in the know with everything that's going on. And yes, I am on here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. noon Eastern time, and I teach just like this. I share things. If you have questions, feel free to ask me those questions. Feel free to keep tapping it up. I see the taps have slowed down a little bit. Oh, congrats, Tara, on reaching level 12. We are a healthy fam here. I don't call it my fan club. That's weird. I'm not like Gabrielle Union or something, like an A-list celebrity now. Everything that I'm learning. I'm a naturopathic medicine student and master herbalism student, and I want to share. I also then plan to get my license as a personal trainer and nutrition coach, just to kind of go full circle. But for now, I have more than enough on my plate with that and the children and my husband and life. So I just come on here and I teach and I share. So I'm glad y'all are enjoying this, and I'm glad to be able to do this. My happy place for sure. Thank you so much for the shares. I see them coming through. Okra, the leaf and the pod. Okra is full of it's high molassinage. It's high in molassinage, however you want to say that. And it's said to soothe the GI tract. I don't know if y'all heard of okra water. People drink that. It helps to lubricate themselves from the inside out. Say it like that. So it is really good for people that are just dry, that need that extra coating. It's natural. Okra has like gel inside of it. If you've ever had okra, you've ever cut it. Some people say it's slimy, but it's actually really, really, really good for you. Yeah, okra water. Yeah, there's people that actually that take the okra, clean it, slice it, and they submerge it in water. And then I would say in probably about 24 hours or so, all of the gel. So if you think of like aloe vera and how aloe vera kind of like oozes, it has the gel, but it oozes. It's that same type of concept. It's molassinous. Molassagenous. Yeah, molassagenous. Yeah, that's what it is. So it's going to help coat you, all of your linings within your body. Yes. Chia seed, macerated chia seed, which means you're gonna crush it down. Or yeah, macerate. Yeah, it's same with flaxseed. You want to crush them down. So with flaxseed and chia seeds, y'all. Hey, mama, welcome in. You want to make sure you crush them, or you already buy them crushed. With chia seeds, people do the chia puddings. They put them in their smoothies. They make the gels. They're great for that. They're gel forming. They support your gut flora and barrier. They're high in fiber. Thank you for getting your dailies. Welcome back to the Healthy Fam. Flaxseed also is mildly laxative, and it's considered to be a gut soother. Yeah. And the thing, though, with those is they can constipate you. If you're already having issues with digestion, thank y'all for getting me to 20K. You definitely want to make sure you do the proper thing. So with chia seeds, you want to soak them. You don't want to just put dry chia seeds into your smoothie. That is like a recipe for disaster. You want to soak them and then add them in. They will form that gel, and then you're going to get the benefits. Same with flax meal or flax seed. You really want flax meal if you can get it. Or you want to crush down those flax seeds yourself and then add them to whatever recipe. So for my boys, I make them pancakes. I used to make them oatmeal and pancakes every week. I would put sourdough in their pancakes typically. I put flax meal. Oh, my stomach is growling. I don't do chia seeds. I used to, but when I did, I would put them in a jar with some water, let them gel up overnight, like chia pudding style, and I would add them in that way. But it's very, very important that you do, because you're going to benefit from them when you take them properly. So I've harped on that enough. Irish moss or sea moss. Irish moss is actually much harder to get because it grows in Ireland. And it's not as abundant. Sea moss comes in different. There's gold sea moss, there's green, and then there's purple. Gold is typically what you see on the market more. I actually posted yesterday about sea moss and some of the benefits. There's green, which is kind of midline in abundance, and then your purple, which is a little bit harder to get. And they all do different things. In a trio, it's considered to be a complete sea moss, but gold sea moss is just as good. And if you can get your hands on some good quality, it's going to be beneficial to your health in many ways. It's going to soothe that mucous membrane, help to nourish your tissues. Yes, tapping is clapping, just like Coach Evie says. Let me approve some of these. Thank y'all so much for the taps. Yes, but if you are in the market for some sea moss, feel free to send me a message. Feel free to check out the links in my bio as well, because I do make sea moss. I make Jamaican sea moss, and it's amazing. Now let's talk about some prebiotic herbs. These are foods that help to feed, or herbs that help to feed the probiotics. Remember, we talked about this yesterday. Congrats, Shorty, on reaching level 6 as well. It's not just a buzzword. They're going to make those probiotics more effective, because it's fiber that your body, oh, thank you so much. It's fiber that your body can't digest. Thank you for connecting with me. So yes, you need the prebiotics as well. So here are some of them. Burdock root. Burdock root is, to me, like a superfood. Feel free to join the Healthy Fam as well by tapping the orange heart at the top of the screen and linking up with all of us healthy folks. It is rich in inulin, which is fiber, and it feeds bifidobacteria. So it's going to feed the probiotic, right? Chicory root is also a alternative for coffee, and it has a very similar coffee taste. Welcome in, everybody. Chicory root is also a prebiotic herb. It is high in prebiotic fiber, and it supports the liver and your microflora, or your gut flora as well. Jerusalem artichoke. I feel like I've mentioned this herb every single day the past week, but it is a prebiotic rich fiber. It's also rich in inulin and prebiotics. Inulin is a type of fiber that we can ingest, but your probiotics can ingest. Yuccan root is high in FOS, which is a fruit sugar. Okay, basically, because it's a really long word. Oh my gosh, you did. I wish I had burdock root growing here. That's amazing. And see, that's the thing. So I have like a mama saying she found burdock root on her fence line. you might have some herbs in your area. And there is a way. So, of course, one way, you can just use your phone. Google it, of course. I'm sure you can even look it up here on TikTok. But they have that feature now. And if you have an iPhone, there's a feature that will allow you to take a photo and it can identify the plant. So that's a great source right in your back pocket if you have an iPhone, if you're team iPhone, of course. I don't know about them other phones. I don't know about them other phones. And of course, don't necessarily just trust it right off the bat. Do some extra research. There's field guide pocket study books. They're called field guide books that show you what the plant looks like. It has a description. Thank you so much for the hat, Shantae. It tells you where they are grown. Hey, I'm doing good, Deborah. Welcome back. Yeah, I know. I wish I could not treat my yard, honestly, because I know that we would have so many herbs here because Kentucky grows a lot of them. Hey, welcome in, Smart Ninja. Yes, welcome in. So yes, all of those are great. And the yucca root also supports your microbiome as well. Dandelion leaf and root, again, it has dual actions. It's bitter, but it's also a prebiotic. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. It absolutely is. That AI is smart. Okay. Team Android does the same thing. Okay. Well, I'm glad. Ellen Camp contains inulin as well, supports lung and gut health as well. Marshmallow root, again, it has prebiotic effects because of the melassinic nature of that herb. So it's going to provide those prebiotics as well. Nettle leaf, another one of my favorite herbs is nettle leaf and stinging nettle. It's it's a dominant herb. It is full of many, many benefits. It also is an herb that is great for allergies. It's been said to help combat allergies, and it's really good during allergy season. You also can use nettle leaf for, what I was going to say, allergies. Oh, people they make basil out of it. It's an alternative that you can use for basil. Yeah, or not basil, for pesto in your recipes. You have stinging nettle? I've never actually seen stinging nettle in person. And I'm a little nervous because it does sting. That's where it gets the name. That plant, the way that it grows, it actually protects itself because it will, it's very prickly. So you have to use gloves. And there's people that actually, they call it like the old school herbalist ladies. They used to use stinging nettle and like smack their face with it to stimulate hyaluronic acid production and to help with wrinkles. So there's people that do that too. I mean, it's like, I'm scared to just touch it with my hands, let alone. No, thank you. But that's what they do. So nettle leaf is nourishing. It's very, very rich in minerals. So if you can get some fresh nettle leaf, you can make it into a tea. Like I said, you can even use it and you can make your own pesto. You can incorporate the basil or you can not use basil. And it has a mild prebiotic effect as well. Red clover is another herb that contains fiber, phytoestrogens. Of course, consult with your doctor, but it's been said to help with perimenopause and menopause. It's been said to help with bone loss. It's also been said to help with that because of the phytoestrogens, help with your estrogen balance and your hormone balancing during that time, of like perimenopausal, menopausal time. So ask your doctor about that. Maybe you could incorporate it. And those phytoestrogens also support your gut bacteria or your gut flora. The baobab fruit powder, something that I also have made some content about on here that's gotten quite a bit of interactions. It's high in soluble fiber and it promotes SCFA production. So it's really, really good for the gut as well. So now we're going to take another break. We're going to take another commercial break and get a sip of water. It's funny because I keep thinking that I'm just drinking regular water, but I'm not. She recovered well. What are they talking about? She tried us with the Android shot. That's my one for the day. I'll be good for the rest of the day. Since I tried, y'all. That's so funny. Okay, and then we will talk about, I guess, just this last section, and then that'll be all for today. And I'll pick up tomorrow with the rest of these herbs, okay? So we're going to talk about 10 more herbs that are antimicrobial, antifungal herbs, and they rebalance your gut flora. All very important because our gut, I always say, is full of good gut bugs. That's why I have, like, in our stickers, I have like a little happy intestines. Intestines. Because we have those gut bugs in us no matter what, right? But you want to keep more of the good ones, and the bad ones need to be expelled. So some of these herbs are really good with that, and they're not going to have all the negative effects that lots of, pills and things out there on the market will have. So it's important to, hey, Nubian Jules, welcome in. Feel free to join the Healthy Fam. It's important to just be mindful of antibiotics and all of that. There's a place for all of that, but consumed in excess, just like anything, it's not going to be good for you, and you're actually going to harm your gut. So it's like starting over and reintroducing more prebiotic fibers, reintroducing more probiotics, and even postbiotics. And then doing all the other things, reducing your stress, getting good sleep, drinking enough water, eating enough fiber, eating mineral-rich foods, high-quality meats, and all of that. All of it plays together. Yeah, you're very, very welcome. Thank you so much for coming in, Ms. Parker. All right, so garlic is antimicrobial and antifungal, and it supports gut immune balance as well. I love garlic. There's actually people that will consume a whole head or a whole clove of organic garlic. Now, I don't know about that, but it has many, many benefits. And I will also tell you, I think it's allium is like a byproduct of garlic. So when you slice garlic and you're cooking with it, slice it and set it aside for about 10 minutes. Let it do its thing, and then add it to your food. Then add it to your pan to saute or whatever. You're going to get more benefit from it. And I believe it's allium that it produces. It's like a byproduct of garlic. But you're going to get more benefits from it if you do that. So next time you slice up or mince up some fresh garlic, set it aside for a second before you add it into your full recipe, okay? Thyme, the herb, helps protect against candida and gut pathogens. It's very beneficial to your gut health. Oregano, we know about oil of oregano. Many people do, at least. It is very, very powerful. So when you are using oregano oil, don't overconsume it, and make sure you dilute it, because it could have GI or negative effects for your gastrointestinal tract, okay? Because it can actually burn, because it's very strong. It contains cavachol, which is a good mineral that you're going to benefit from because of the oregano. And it is antifungal and also antibacterial. Neem. That herb is amazing. You actually can even get neem toothpaste, and it's really good for the gums. That's what I use. It's a potent antimicrobial. It's used to help with SIBO and candida. SIBO is a bad bacteria that can get into your gut and cause dysbiosis, or like disorder or infection in the gut. Same with candida. Candida, I believe, is a yeast, and it can typically overgrow. You see sometimes people that have like white coated tongues. It could be candida overgrowth. So something like neem, like a neem toothpaste, or garlic, or even oregano oil could be very beneficial to that. Also, Paul d'Arco is another herb that's really, really beneficial. It's antifungal, and it's been used for candida overgrowth. Paul d'Arco also is an herb that is really good for, I believe, urinary tract infection and mold toxicity. So if you've been exposed to mold, Paul d'Arco tincture, tea, they are very, very beneficial. It's also been said to be anti-big disease, the big C. You know what I'm saying? It's been said to help with that as well. Thank y'all for getting me to 25K taps. I appreciate you all. Berberine herbs like golden seal, like Oregon grape, like barberry. They have a broad spectrum of being antimicrobial as well. Black walnut hull. That one, I was gonna say that one is just like wormwood, has been known to be anti-parasitic, and they're very strong herbs. So if you take black walnut hull, know that it's anti-parasitic and it's antifungal, so it's intense. So just keep that in mind. Clove oil, another one that is parasitic, and antifungal. Thank you for the populars. Myrrh, you know, we hear about myrrh in the Bible, like how they brought it to Jesus when he was born. Myrrh is an essential oil, but it's also an herb. So the oil comes from that herb. Thank you for all these populars. And it's a strong antimicrobial and a strong anti-inflammatory herb as well. You know, it's interesting. A lot of people don't even think about that. Like the essential oils, the volatile oils, they come from herbs. It's when they're pressed and then they take them. They go through different processes, heating or cold pressing processes, and they get those oils out, those volatile oils, and they're very, very strong. So that's why I always say, do not consume internally any essential oils. They are way too strong. They are not meant for internal consumption. And I will always say that because there's this big camp of people that believe that they can consume essential oils, and we should not be doing that, especially not today. Maybe back in the day they did. I don't know necessarily how they were produced back then, but now I can guarantee you that you should not be doing that. So please don't consume them internally. You can use them externally with like a carrier oil, like coconut oil, like sweet almond oil, something like that you would place down. But you don't want to consume them internally. Please do not listen to these people, these MLMs that are telling you to consume them. Do not do it. Just trust me on that one, okay? Olive leaf is antiviral and also antifungal. So thank y'all for tuning in today. And I'm just going to quick recap. We talked about digestive bitters, gentian root, dandelion root, artichoke leaf. Hey, Kari. Yeah, girl, a lot of people's aunties are out here eating these oils. I have seen so many things of people, and feel free to get your daily heart if you like. I've seen so many people. I've seen documentaries, y'all, where people are talking about how they consumed lemon oil, and I don't know if there's a lime oil, but I know there's lemon oil in their water in the morning. And I'm like, no, just get a lemon, please, because the oils that come from a natural lemon or a natural lemon juice are not the same as an essential oil that is the volatile oil of the lemon, like that comes from the rind, or it comes from the rind of the lemon. It's not the same, you know, so please don't do that. But that people do. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of people that do. Okay, so the digestive bitters, artichoke leaf, yellow dock, angelica root, wormwood, golden seal, which of course you want to use your barberry instead because that's an endangered species of plant. Hey, Moses, it's been a minute. Thank you for getting your daily. Barberry, Oregon grapefruit, and bitter melon, okay? Then we have our carminative herbs, which help relieve gas, bloating, and cramping. Also good, ladies, for that time, you know, the month. Fennel, peppermint, ginger, cardamom, coriander, anise seed, cumin, chamomile, lemon balm, and clove. And Kari, congrats on reaching level 3 in the Healthy Fam. Yeah, I know. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Demulcicant herbs, they help to soothe, they help to protect your gut lining. That's herbs like slippery elm, marshmallow root, licorice root, plantain leaf, linden, also called tilia. That's a very popular herb also. Fenugreek as well. Okra, the leaf and the pod. Thank you for getting your dailies. Hey, pretty queen, welcome in. Chia seed, as we mentioned, I'm going to say again, you want to crush the chia seed, or not crush. You want to soak your chia seeds before consuming them. Don't consume them straight away. They're full of fiber. They are also, I believe they have sort of a binding effect. So they're going to come in and they're going to pull out. It could be beneficial in different areas of management within your body, if you know what I'm saying. It could be beneficial in that. So also because of the fiber content, they're going to keep you fuller longer. Flaxseed, you want flax meal. You know, you want the macerated, crushed down versions. And then Irish moss or sea moss. And we talked about the different types of sea moss. Thank you for the populars. Appreciate you. We also talked about prebiotic herbs like burdock root, chicory root, Jerusalem artichoke, yucca root, dandelion leaf and root, ellencamp, marshmallow root, nettle leaf, red clover, and the baobab fruit powder. These are options that are full of prebiotic fiber. It's going to feed those prebiotics. So now you want to look for a probiotic that has prebiotics in it because it's not going to be as effective, right? And then lastly, we talked about antimicrobial and antifungal herbs: garlic, thyme, oregano, neem, pau d'arco, berberine herbs like your golden seal, your Oregon grape, and your barberry, walnut, black walnut hull, your clove oil, your myrrh, and your olive leaf. Yes, so we talked about a lot. Oh, congrats on reaching level 2, pretty queen. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to talk a little bit about about antispasmodic herbs that calm the GI tract, about, anti-inflammatory herbs that calm your GI tract, antispasmodic and nervine herbs nervine herbs help with your nerves. A lot of these, the root is in the word, right? So nervine herbs are typically anxiolytic, which means they're going to be like anti-anxiety. They're going to be calming. Oh, what's happening? Oh, I got to do my little... It does this little puzzle piece thing every once in a while. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about liver and gallbladder supporting herbs, laxative and bowel regulating herbs. Thank you, Don, for the roses. Your barrier support and leaky gut health supporting herbs. So we have lots more to talk about, but we will get into that tomorrow. I was just planning to be on for an hour today because I need to study big time. I have 2 exams and then I have new courses that are going to be starting. So I got to get ahead of my reading and all of my studies. But I appreciate y'all so much for joining me. Thank you so much. But before I go, a couple things. Number 1, feel free to check out my content. As I mentioned, I have a post that's really getting some traction. So if you don't mind to help me share that out, feel free to share it to your profile share it on your profile. Feel free to share it to your stories. Maybe send it to a few friends. Let's engage with one another in our content and help one another continue to grow on this platform. It's been absolutely amazing. I guess I'll try to, I was going to say maybe I'll try to stay to 30K taps, but that's quite a bit. So, yes, feel free to connect with me. Thank you for connecting with me. Build Before You Borrow. Up at the top, tap the orange heart if you would like to join the Healthy Fam. Connect with our top 2 in the room. We got Shorty. We've got Coach Evie. She's awesome. I can't say enough good about her. But really, anybody that's in this room is quality, okay? And that's what we want. We want quality engagement. We want quality folks that are going to watch our content, that are going to help engage with our content and help push it out. That's what it's about. All supporting one another, right? So yes. And then another thing, if you tap my photo, you can see what's called the gift gallery. If you didn't know about that, if you're a live host or you want to be a live host, it's important to support those that you like, right? So I know that I get support because the information that I'm sharing, people appreciate. Thank you so much for the hat. And it shows because they're coming and they're supporting me with gifts, and it's nice. It's nice because it supports my platform. It helps push out my content to more people. And we all benefit from that, right? So check out the people that are in my gift gallery because they are people that are going to support you and that want you to do the best that you possibly can here on this platform, right? So that is all important. And then one other thing that I wanted to mention is what I always say. What is one thing that you can incorporate into your lifestyle today that is going to benefit your health? It's not about going 0 to 100 or to 1,000. It's about going from A to B to C to D, and then eventually you get to Z, right? But in health, I don't believe we ever reach like our pinnacle. You can always continue and progress to do better, right? So what's one thing that you can incorporate into your lifestyle? Yes, if she's saying she's going to get up and get up from her seat every hour, and that makes sense. That's getting in more movement. Maybe it's getting those 10,000 steps. Maybe you're not even close to ever hitting 10,000. So you want to hit 5,000 or 3,000. That's okay. Maybe it's taking my water with me and she's going to drink it. Yes. Having a cute cup. I like to keep my little cup with me. And I drink my water, and if it means that you got to get a cute cup with a straws have been said to help you drink more water. So maybe you get a cup with a straw. Whatever it is, if it's getting in an exercise today, maybe you're going to do a 20-minute exercise that you'll watch on YT or here on TikTok. You follow someone's plan and you do an exercise today. Whatever that looks like, it's okay. But it is important to get the ball rolling. We're in June, y'all. We're halfway through the year. And it's not too late to put a dent in those goals and to reach those big goals. It really isn't. Okay, y'all, I'm going to push. I'm going to push to try to get 30K before we go because these numbers are rolling up quick. We're almost at 28.5. I'll see. And Shorty says she's already walked 3 miles this morning. Yes. So That's amazing. Continue on the path of reaching those big goals, but you got to break them down. Thank you so much for the crown. I appreciate you. Work towards those big goals, right? And the way that we do that is we chip away at those big goals with small goals. There used to be a planner, I can't remember what it's called. There was a lady who's from like South Carolina who created this really colorful planner. And I think the reason why she became so successful with this planner is because it broke everything. You heard of SMART goals? It broke it all down into small bite-sized pieces. So, what do they say? How you eat an elephant one bite at a time. You hear people say that. And that's how it is with goals. If your goal is to consume at least one fruit and one vegetable with every meal, and maybe you've never done that before, maybe start with one meal. Then once you're consistent with that, do a second meal. Then when you're consistent with that, you add in the third meal, right? Maybe you want to consume more protein because you realize that your body operates better with higher protein. Maybe instead of working out fasted in the morning, especially ladies because of our hormones, thank you for the populars. Maybe you consume your coffee and you add in some collagen powder, or you add in some protein powder, or you have a pre-made one that you keep in the fridge and then you top off your coffee with that way. Hey, Dr. Nia, thank you for connecting with me. See, we're very close. We're 0.9 away from 30K. So I'm going to just keep talking until we get it. Oh, thank you. Those are all things that you can do. Increasing you just start small and you build upon it. Maybe you want to exercise, but you're 30 lbs up and you're like, okay, I don't know where to start. Start with just getting up from your seat and taking a lap around your island in your house, or just taking a walk up and down the stairs, and then build from there. Start with a 10-minute exercise a day or 3 days a week. Then 20 minutes 3 days a week. Then 30 minutes 3 days a week. Then before you know it, you're adding in that fourth day and you're up to an hour. And then you're adding in some resistance training, because y'all know I preach resistance training because for women, when you get to the age of 30 and older, we lose 3 to 8% of muscle a year. That doesn't sound like much, but that adds up really quick. And we need to have strong bones, and we need to have muscle that's strong so that we can function normally and not become debilitated, right? We have to keep our body strong. Also, resistance training is really good for the mental. Yes, start small and continue compounding upon those small actions, because before you know it, you'll look back and you're a different person. You've achieved these goals. Thank you all for getting me to 30. I appreciate y'all. So I guess I've talked enough now. I can let you go. Yeah, thank you all so much. Don't forget that healthy habit. I'm watching you. I hope everyone has a great day. Feel free to register with the link in my profile. I have my event set for tomorrow as well. It just will send you a good reminder. It'll send you a reminder that I'm on here. You don't have to register. You can just hit the notification bell and you can get reminded as well. Yeah, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Much love to my healthy fam. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.